What do we got here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got the infamous twos.
Infamous. The no love twos, right?
No love twos. I want to say infamous because I think it's infamous, but people hate these twos.
They ignore it. I don't know if they hate it, but they ignore them. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those shoes that just don't get much attention at all. I mean they released them plenty of times throughout, different colors. I know Dornbecker had something. The Eminem twos.
Mellow.
Actually, Mellow. I'll give Mellow some credit. He brought it to life.
Yeah.
In the 2000s, right?
Yeah.
But that's cool. But yeah, what do we got here, man?
Yeah, man. This is my little personal collection,
cool.
and as you know about me, if it comes to Jordans or anything, I'm only gonna buy OG. I don't. If it's not an OG color, I don't really care for it, right? So, we got the 2015 low top. They call it Chicago's, right? They just make they need an association, but low top twos. This is the OG form. Okay. May not be an OG cut mold, but OG form. We got these specials. We're gonna talk about these. These are specials.
Those are cool.
These are just
clean.
I call these just the special twos.
Special
twos, right? And then we got the yes. I call these the yes twos. Yes. They don't have the piping pause.
Oh,
they don't have the piping anymore.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That little detail, yeah.
That little detail. So yes, my little collection is nothing crazy, but this is just my affinity, my love.
Free throw line. Jordan wore these in 1986. 87, sir. Free throw line. Before the threes. That's cool. That's a cool little piece of history.
For sure.
Too, So what's awesome, and special about the twos is that they were released in 1986. They were made in Italy, which is unheard of for a basketball shoe.
Crazy.
$100 price point, $105 at the time.
That's Foamposite price.
That's Foamposite price back then in the 80s.
Woo.
And who's going to justify paying $100 for an Italian-made basketball shoe?
Yeah.
Nike was really risking it. They're definitely putting a lot of their chips into this shoe. Yeah. Jordan was really unhappy with the shoe. He wasn't really feeling it. The design, the performance.
It looks like a shoe. It looks like a shoe you could just wear slacks or something with. Back in the 80s, right?
Definitely casual.
It has nothing speaks basketball shoe, and that's why I love it. I love it because
it's outside the box for sure.
Outside the box.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no basketball shoe on the court during that time.
Yeah.
They could even mimic this or look like it. Yeah. Everything had a Nike check or it had a Adidas stripe, Converse logo, plain similar base. Look at this, and this alligator type fox skin coming. Come on, ahead of its time.
Yeah, for sure. I think they did an awesome job.
Yeah,
but it wasn't seen at the time. It was just because obviously Jordan was new to the Nike line.
Yeah.
He was still pretty fresh as a signature player, right?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of risk taking when it comes to what they can design for Jordan. Yeah. So he worked with Bruce Kilgore and Peter Moore. Two designers that were working with Jordan, and Jordan was off and on if he's going to stay with Nike and so on. So there was a lot of risky business going on with this.
Tinker saved.
He came in with the threes. He took over
for sure.
So the two designers got fired, but overall the twos is a huge part of the Jordan lineage in the history.
100%. And you know what? And it's a huge part of the Jordan lineage that has been praised later on in life.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is a late bloomer. These are late bloomers, right? But people don't talk about the comfort of these. These are super comfortable.
They're very comfortable, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I played in them.
Of course you play in them.
I played in them.
Yeah,
retros.
Yeah, you play in retros. I'm chilling in them, and I just remember just hanging out and just wearing them. Just it just had a real smooth, comfortable feel.
Yeah.
And then just the textures, and they durable, super durable. You know what I mean?
I love the padding up top. The high. I prefer the high tops when it comes to playing. Basketball. The lows usually gets me a little. Scared. It's I don't want to roll my ankle and stuff like that. I played in the ones. I'm sorry. I played in the twos and the lows. Very lightly, but when it plays more when it comes to playing a little bit more intense, I like the highs.
Okay.
They feel great.
Yeah.
And I don't mind playing them because that's just what they're about for me.
For sure. Now let's talk about details.
For sure.
Right, details, because I'm the detail guy.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
And
yeah.
I'm a stickler for details, and this is a very special. This is the
latest release.
This is the latest. I would say I'm going to say the latest mold of the twos.
Okay.
Because when I say mold, they made the mold to mimic the OG. And when I say that, these came out in 2015, around 2015, 14, 13, 16, it had this type of mold, which had huge dots, breathable holes. It had a thicker, look how thick that toe cap is. Thick toe caps. This didn't look like this mold was not like an OG.
Yeah.
Right? So when they came out with, these molds, and this kind of started like 2021, 2022.
During that whole remaster phase. Yes, like the remastering was a Nike thing that they really wanted to.
And they didn't they took away the irrelevant piping that wasn't on the highs, it was only on the lows. Yeah. And so they just making them beautiful now, and this came out of nowhere. I think this is one of the most sneakiest 2023 releases that Nike has done, Jordan brand has done so far. The history of this is a PE. That's
a PE, and people don't know about that. It looks like just one of those like off colorways, that Nike put out there, but that's an actual PE that people don't know about. And this is great that Nike did this, or Jordan brand did this, because it's a piece of history that people don't know about in the Jordan storytelling. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He played in these in an exhibition game.
In an alumni game, right?
In an alumni game, UNC alumni game. Yep. Which was back in '87. He wore these, and Nike at the time made him a special colorway of the shoes that he was wearing, the twos. They made him in the Carolina blue. He was playing an exhibition game. He was wearing those. It's like, that's crazy. The only other time they did that was back in.
Was it the previous year?
It was 1987 of the highs with 86. The hints. 86. I'm sorry, yeah, right? 87, and then the 86 before the highs with the Carolina blue, and that was a retro release that Nike did a couple years back with Converse. So that was a cool pack that they put together, like the high tops with
but they messed up in
the back was a little different. They put the dates and they put the his initials.
And then some people, the date that wasn't even the correct date.
Yeah, so there's but the idea of like having a pair of Converse that he wore in college, and then the pair that he wore in the exhibition game with the Carolina. Cool. That's a cool little storytelling. And then years later, they released these to tell that other part of the other alumni game.
Archives,
it's a lost archive. That's great. That's a great way of putting it. It's like I think Nike is really appreciating and really diving into those historical,
for sure,
pieces of history, not just like collabs, with like music, rap, and different artists, stuff like that, different types of fashion.
They're still appeasing to that.
Yeah.
But they're satisfying us OG heads.
Yeah, right? I think those that appreciate that type of storytelling. Yeah, for sure.
In this, I'm glad this colorway wasn't overlooked.
Yeah.
Right. This colorway wasn't overlooked. We got imagery of Jordan, actually little blurry shots of him wearing these. And it's just it's storytelling. It's complete masterful storytelling of these Jordan 2s and these Jordan lows, and it's just Nike is just doing an amazing job of molding these 2s to be OG.
And the other part to this, they kind of take it back a little bit more. So they originally released in '86, right? Yeah. And then they retroed them again in 1994 when Jordan retired. Yep. So Nike wanted to continue to keep the Jordan popularity going while he was retired. Yep. They didn't know he was going to come back. They didn't.
These sat on shelves.
Yeah, so they re-released these. Before retro was even a term, they just called them reissues.
Reissues. Yeah.
Back then in 1994, the reissues. They released these again in 1994. They sat on shelves. No one liked them. They wanted the latest Jordans, not the past ones like the ones or the twos. They didn't want that, which is crazy now because if you have those are big money,
Yeah, and I actually had these in 04 because they actually reissued.
And then they
reissued now retro. We in the retro world,
now,
right? Yep. But it had that fade, the red to black piping that I was just like, and I clearly remember like, wait a minute, what is that? I bought them, wore them, didn't play them. But wore them, and I'm like, what is that? Like, come on now, So they came correct, in 2022, 2023 with these retros.
This is a pair actually I don't have in my collection right now.
Oh.
I have the retros before these with the piping, and then you pointed that out. I was like, man, you're right. the OGs.
Bubble, man.
No, the OGs are cleaner. I was like, man, how did I miss that?
Yeah,
and
man.
it's crazy because, as you all know, I'm a big MJ fan, but some of those details there's some details that I might overlook just because it just happens.
Yeah.
But because I'm just so excited to have them and to playing them or just to wear them, like, because overall it has the same color scheme as the OG.
Yeah.
But that little detail was like, you're right, man. Like, I missed out on that.
It only happens on the lows.
On the lows. I have the lows, and I played in the lows, and they feel good. These are cool because of the history behind it. So, yeah, man. I mean, the twos, like I said, overall they don't get much attention and love. Lately, they have been because they're coming out with colors, and now it looks more like a casual shoe that people are casually wearing Jordans now.
Yeah.
They're not really wearing them as performance like I am. They're wearing them more casually. So this fits their certain trend.
For sure.
So this makes sense to start releasing the twos because it looks like a casual shoe.
It's like a casual shoe.
So that works out for Nike, right?
Which was the original plan, right?
I guess so.
Casual shoe.
Made in Italy. Yeah, crazy. This logo is awesome too. I mean, this is the last time you're going to see this logo, the Wings logo.
Yeah, this is the last one.
The last time.
The
twos. Ones and twos, and then after that they went to the Jumpman. Yeah. Which is the next step in the Jordan line.
Iconic. Well, you know what? This is a special episode because we're giving the twos its flowers.
Yeah, for sure. It needs a shout out for sure. The twos need love, and I'm glad we're doing this to kind of tell a little bit of the story and show off your collection here. So this is awesome. Yeah.
Listen, and designers, you guys did a heck of a job with the twos. We're giving you guys your flowers too. I think one of them passed away.
Yes, last year.
Who was
Peter
it?
Moore.
Peter Moore passed away. Rest in peace, Peter Moore. You
set the stage.
You set the. You were ahead of the time. This is ahead of the time shoe.
Yeah,
basketball shoe.
I think so too. Yeah, they definitely set the stage up. But
yeah,
awesome stuff, man.
Salute to the twos, man.
All right, salute to the twos.
Salute to the twos. We catch you on the
rebound.
Kickstory.
Right. Thank you for watching this episode of Kickstory, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes. And stay connected with us on Instagram and these podcast platforms listed here. We also want to hear from you. So make sure to comment below and give us your thoughts. Thanks again for your support, and we'll see you next time.